Do you still believe in?
This tattoo.
What's it?
It says "I still believe."
I know, but can you? What does it show?
Oh, the picture above. That's kind of not connected. That's a different
Sorry.
tattoo. But I got this done in the video shoot for that song actually, and it's funny because it's in the video, and lots of people think it's like a fake for the video, but it's real. Rock and roll is the short answer to that question.
And Wembley?
I played at Wembley Stadium, which is the biggest gig in England, and I came off stage and they had a tattoo artist in the backstage, and I thought, fuck it, why not, man, get it done. So I have the date, but I left a little space so the next time I play Wembley I can get the next date done as well.
And when will it be?
I think April next year, actually.
That sounds good. Well, your latest album is called England Keep My Bones.
Mm-hmm.
How important is England for you?
It's pretty important, but it's also important for me to say that I'm not like uncritical, do you know what I mean? I'm not like a flag waving, fist pumping, finger jabbing nationalist or anything like that, you know. There's as many things that piss me off about England as that I love, but I think the point is that the older that I get, the more I've kind of realised that whether I like it or not, like being English sort of defines who I am, for good or bad.
Pick one good thing of your country.
The landscape. The England is a very beautiful country, and I spent a lot of my childhood. My parents liked travelling around, and we went to, you know, the Lake Districts and the Cotswolds and the moors, and you know, it's just an absolutely breathtakingly beautiful country to spend time in.
And one bad thing.
The riots 2 weeks ago, whenever it was, or last week, they were pretty horrible actually. A lot of good people were hurt and injured and had their businesses destroyed and that kind of thing, and it was probably I would say actually the riots are pretty much the worst of England coming out all in one big go.
And the worst of England coming out all at once, you were saying?
Yeah.
What sort of, well, worst things?
Well, just people being destructive and selfish and just kind of stupid. Do you know what I mean? And you know, a lot of people were trying to sort of justify the riots as some kind of a political thing or like an uprising or some crap like this, and it wasn't that. It was people just stealing stuff, and it was just a lot of people being really horrible to their neighbours, basically. And there's a tendency to be like that in England sometimes, which I find very depressing.
How does it come? People have that tendency.
That's a very difficult question, and everyone in England is talking about it right now. I'm not really sure. That's a long conversation.
Can you make it brief?
Well, there's a lot of different opinions on it. I mean, you know.
No, but what is your opinion?
What's my opinion on it? I think that as a society we've forgotten to teach a lot of our children the principles that underlie the society that we live in, namely kind of the principles of liberalism and of tolerance and those kind of things, and the idea that with rights come the responsibilities, and with freedom comes responsibility. And I think we've spent a generation celebrating the freedom part of the bargain without telling people about the responsibility part of it. And as a result, we have a generation of kids who think that they're entitled to everything they want and don't think they have to work for it. And when they don't immediately get given it for free, they think it's okay to start smashing shit up to get it. And it's not just their fault. I think it's our entire society's fault for forgetting to tell people that yes, fine, we live in a materialistic society, which I don't particularly think is a bad thing, but in order to get the things you want, you have to work hard, you have to save for the future, you have to be honest, you know, all those kind of things. And previous generations, that people learned that side of the deal, and we sort of forgot to teach it for a generation, and now we have these horrendous kids smashing shit up and stealing shoes and burning down businesses, and it's bullshit.
Can it be turned around easily, or?
No, probably not easily. I think it can probably be turned around. I'm not completely pessimistic. I don't think we should abandon the island and you know, head for the hills. But I think that it's going to take a lot of time, and I think there are a lot of people who disagree with me about that. That's the problem, and there are a lot of people who think that actually we need more of what we've had for the last generation. I think they're insane, personally, but that's a debate we have to have as a country.